This right here is our first of 4 title fights this evening. Stepping into the blue corner, Myles, Neal.
What a battle we've got here. The Beast Boy, Myles, Neal. Wow, the Bluebirds are out in full force. I don't think that's so much prejudice against the Beast Boy as it is just a lot of Luis Hernandez supporters. Pretty much a guarantee the ones booing are the ones that don't train.
Usually that's the case, Jimmy. Usually that's the case.
He's got that ass beat a couple times. Just appreciate everybody that steps in there.
If I could
True.
fall into the sky, do you think time
Not what I was expecting.
me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk
We've seen the Beast Boy many times here. He is an NFC veteran. He's got a lot of skills. Most of all, that man can wrestle. Explosive athlete.
There's always times
Saw him not long
like
ago
these
back
when I think
on
of you,
June
and I
21st here in the
wonder
NFC,
if you ever
winning
think
unanimously
of me.
from Hernandez.
Everything's so wrong, I don't belong, living in your precious memory.
Because he knows every single word. People watching him walk out.
'Cause I need you, and I miss you.
And the shoulder shake, you gotta
Now I
love it, folks. That's
wonder
showmanship.
if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? Oh, 'cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just
I don't know any of the words, but the song, but I know the song. I can hear everything. It's kind of in the background. Right in the car
don't
section.
wanna let you know I drown in your memory.
Boy, we'll have it. Tonight
Don't wanna
with
let
Hernandez.
this go. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound.
That's the amateur featherweight title up for grabs.
Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. And I still need you, and I still miss you.
To the red corner, Luis Hernandez.
Well, the Beast Boy fans are giving it back to him a little bit. Turn around, his fair play. There it is, Luis Hernandez. God, I gotta beat this guy. Weird Al impersonator. Who you are, sir? We're hanging out tonight. Luis looking very confident. Indeed, he should be. Brantley Fur in this corner. Hernandez, 5-1. Amateur career is only lost coming back in 2022. Got whole championship gold. Luis won a 4-fight win streak. Also, his last victory being over Ronaldo Hernandez. Their last opponent for both these gentlemen. Ronaldo took both distance. Luis Hernandez, good all around and one of the best gas tanks we've seen. This guy is a soccer player who's got endurance for days, much like his brother David, standing on the outside.
Absolutely. Luis Hernandez, solid hands, solid wrestling.
have 5 3-minute rounds for the NFC Georgia Featherweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Yeah, this 26-year-old has an amateur record. 3 victories, 2 defeats. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 149.9 pounds. Fighting out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Representing GTA Myles Beef Boy Neal.
I gotta say, ATT and Luis have a huge
And his
contingent here
opponent,
tonight.
fighting out of the red corner. This 26-year-old has an amateur record. 5 victories, 1 defeat. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in championship 145 pounds. Fighting out of Decula, Georgia, representing ATTT Lima, Luis Hernandez.
Here we go. Myles Neal, Luis Hernandez.
I mean, definitely no
Ladies and
mystery here.
gentlemen,
Myles Neal is going to want to
3-minute
take this to the
rounds
ground.
for the NFC
Luis
Georgia
Hernandez, just an
featherweight
excellent
title
boxer, good
starts
footwork.
now.
Yeah, this is a great matchup. Neal in the yellow, Hernandez in the blue. 5 rounds, championship bout. Luis Hernandez with a fresh haircut.
Neal wasting no time, getting in, looking for the takedown. Luis now attempting to create distance with that hip toss, but Myles is glued. Just looking to smother and suppress here.
This is going to be a test for Luis. His one lone loss, as we mentioned, came to Idle Gladney, and it was just because he got out-wrestled. So he's dealt with this before. Does he have the tools to deal with it? If he creates space, he's got the reach distance, he's got the hands. And you know that Myles is going to look to do this. He's going to look to make it grimy. Myles has got very good bicep control. You see how he's keeping the head in nice and tight. He's going to make Luis work.
He's just wearing Luis out with his hand fighting right here, just making him wrestle. And one of the things that's hardest to do after you've been wrestling for a while is throw punches. Your arms get heavy, they're full of blood. Now Luis is turning it around now. He said, hey, I can wrestle too. Now he is looking for the takedown on Myles Neal, as Neal is actually looks to be attacking that guillotine. Luis gets the takedown though. Neal still holding on to the head. That is a questionable strategy right here. I always tell everybody, look, once you get taken down, you really need to let go of that head. It's not going to do you any good, but Neal is holding on to it, now trying to walk the fence, actually grabbing the fence a little bit with his toes. Not that that's going to help him, really. Luis now in top control. Myles Neal not even bothering to lock up that half guard. Luis Hernandez now in back control, looking for that submission. Myles Neal fighting the choke, but it looks like Luis has at least the bottom arm in. Locking up the body triangle, so Myles Neal is not going anywhere in a hurry.
And on top of that, Luis Hernandez in his corner. You've got Brantley Furr just a few feet away. So Myles Neal still got 30 seconds to battle this rear naked choke.
Fighting the hands. Luis Had it in deep for a second, but Myles Neal is still peeling those hands off. Luis Hernandez gets the arm deep, hand behind the head.
He is squeezing for all he can.
Looks like he's over the chin though. Boom, and the round ends.
What a finish to round one for Luis Hernandez. Solid back control, takes the body triangle. And Myles Neal doing a good job hand fighting, not letting Luis clasp that second hand in.
Myles not taking the stool.
Oh, these are two guys that could go 5 rounds, no problem. This is the first 5-round fight for both of these gentlemen, and I don't foresee that being an issue if we go to the championship rounds. Look at that fade on Luis Hernandez. It's not quite Phil Gentry level, but it's pretty good. The ears aren't Phil Gentry level either.
Definitely not.
You gotta earn those.
You'll get there someday, kid.
Luis, one of the best conditioned athletes I've ever worked with. Lawson, I don't know about you, but I mean, Luis can go and go and go.
He definitely can go.
Sometimes to his own detriment. He can get a little over exuberant sometimes when you go against a good wrestler. You gotta pick shots.
Absolutely. So far, Myles Neal has been able to make this a grappling match, but not to the detriment of Luis Hernandez. Luis dominating on the ground. Both measuring now. Ooh, big whiff by Myles Neal. Luis with the takedown attempt. Feeling very confident here. Hands locked underneath the butt. He needs to scoop and put him down. Take a sharp step back and just yank those legs out from underneath him. Myles Neal doing a great job with his hips. Fighting the takedown here. Oh, that looked like a possible shot to the back of the head. Be careful with the fouls, gentlemen. Inside leg kick from Myles Neal. Luis obviously a little cautious about stepping in with his hands due to the takedown threat.
See caution on both guys. I would call it respect.
Solid two-piece from Myles Neal.
Now look, both these guys have the conditioning down, but if one of them gets the edge, it's certainly Hernandez. Myles Neal, I mean, he told me earlier this year, he was 190 pounds. That boy carries some weight.
It's a big featherweight.
Luis, on the other hand, I mean, that's a lifelong soccer player. Like, this is nothing for him.
Oh. Myles Neal swinging big as Luis ducks under, gets the takedown this time. Myles now looking for that Kimura. We've seen a couple of those tonight.
It really is. NFC 168 brought to you by the Kimura.
Really?
Submission of choice.
Neal now looking to get the sweep with that as Luis Hernandez tucks that hand under the belly, attempting to stop the Kimura from popping out. Luis needs to go ahead and just yank straight up on that arm, break that grip.
And as you can see, the glistening loss, and the deeper we get in this fight, the harder it's going to be to lock these in.
Absolutely.
/ the easier it is to slide out.
Oh, big punch from Neal. Uppercut during the scramble. Luis now getting the triangle locked. Neal passing.
Wow. Round 2 ending very differently than round number 1.
We're now 1-1. One for Myles, one for Luis.
I mean, that's the explosive energy of Myles Neal. He's definitely taking a stool after that one. You know, I gave Luis the advantage in straight Type 1 endurance, but talk about explosive energy, that's all Myles Neal. He's got that type 2 explosive sprinter strength where he can just coil up and boom.
Myles landed a very clean uppercut on that scramble.
I gotta question this graphic here. 5'8", 5'8". I don't know about that, Lawson. I don't think they're the same height.
I would not say so.
It's the GTA coaches there with Myles Neal. That's the battle of East Gwinnett right there, GTA and ATT Lima.
All right, ladies and
Formerly
gentlemen,
one and the
it is
same.
now time. Round number 3.
All right, starting out, measuring each other once again. Both very aware of each other's takedowns now.
Luis circled strong side, and the Beast Boy made him pay with a thunderous leg kick.
Body kick from Luis. Ooh, big hook from Myles.
Yeah, he's got a very good counter left.
Luis now definitely trying to stalk him down, putting the pressure on Myles. Body jab from Luis. He definitely looks like he's having a little bit of trouble getting his distance with the strikes. Big right hand from Myles Neal. Backs Luis up a step, but he took it like a champ. 1-2 right back, but not too much contact.
Good shots by Hernandez. I don't like how he steps in on that kick, though.
It cost him right there as he was just knocked down more or less by a shove.
Well, especially against a wrestler. You know, you're always taking a gamble on the kicks, but when you step in, you're taking even more of a gamble.
Myles just looking for him to stand up so he can land a shot as he's getting to his feet. Not looking to dive into Luis's guard.
Hernandez really wants that body shot. Myles wants whatever that was. Good stiff
Double
jab.
jab,
Just
there
going
we
to say,
go.
I feel like Hernandez needs to stick with a straight line punch. He's got a good snappy jab and cross.
Trading back and forth. Both fighters slowing down now as we get closer to championship rounds. Heavy leg kick from Myles Neal.
Yeah, that's the second one. Those are big leg kicks.
Big hooks from Myles Neal.
What's happening, Hernandez is throwing his strikes, but he's leaving his head right there on the center.
Body shot from Myles Neal, followed by a hook. Oh, Luis answers with his
Some
own
good-
hook.
some good head movement.
You're absolutely right, Jim. He wants that body hook badly. Looks like Myles Neal is answering back with his own body shots, though.
Yeah, and Myles really likes the right hook, and if a guy's got a good right hook, that liver shot, that's going to be real dangerous.
And we go into championship rounds now.
And there's some huffing and puffing going on here tonight.
About to separate the champs from the not champs right here in the 4th and 5th round, folks. Let me tell you.
That just shows the pace. Sorry, I lost it, because both of these guys, who are always in excellent condition, are not only on the stool, but hunched forward, taking those big belly breaths.
You know, it really is a a push past your normal levels of exhaustion when you start fighting those 4th and 5th rounds.
It's the former UFC veteran Diego Lima.
Diego and Brantley Furr conferring with their fighter.
All right, ladies and
Very strong pun.
it is now time for the
Conferring.
round.
Conferring.
I don't know if there is
It
one
is
for
now time
Lima.
for the championship rounds here at NFC 160. Some noise for Myles, Beast Boy Neal, and Luis Hernandez.
Here we go. Round number 4. A first for both gentlemen.
Body shots, once again from Luis Hernandez. Big kick from Myles Neal. Luis definitely getting more comfortable in his boxing game now. Oh, but he switches up, goes for the takedown. Myles Neal, once again, going for that Kimura. Luis slips it out because he is sweaty. Myles Neal not even locking up his half guard. Interesting choice right there.
Well, this is the earliest in a round where we've seen a solid top position. We've tend to see these positions, at least in this fight, towards the last minute. So if Luis can maintain this top half or even pass, he's going to have a lot of time to work.
You know, we had 2 definitive rounds, one for both fighters. The last round, I would say, is very much a toss-up. Luis needs to go ahead, control the top position, and win this round and get it in the books. Because it definitely seems like they are very even on their feet. There we go. Luis starts landing, goes for the choke again. But
Now he's going to have a lot more time to work, Lawson.
Myles Neal has that stupendous beard, which makes it difficult to find the neck.
He also is coated a couple gallons of sweat, which will make things more difficult. We can't really see it from our angle here.
Luis going with that body triangle.
Myles, good job of pushing, fighting the elbow.
Oh, Luis getting it deep. Getting it deep. Cranking on the jaw here. He really needs to peel that forehead back. A stocky guy like Myles Neal, it's hard to find his neck, folks.
That's it. Wow.
And there's the tap. Luis Hernandez in the 4th round. Your new NFC featherweight champion.
Luis Hernandez takes it to the championship rounds, a 4th round rear naked choke submission. As you see, just working it. He finally gets his grasp a little bit modified, going over the top. And sometimes the chin is all you need.
Indeed.
And a good show of sportsmanship. What a battle.
He was cranking on that.
What a win and what a moment for Luis Hernandez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes into round number 4. Your winner by submission via the rear naked choke and new NFC featherweight champion of Georgia, Luis Hernandez.
There is the new featherweight amateur champion. And boy, did he have to work hard for that one. A great showing by the Beast Boy, Myles Neal. Luis soaking up in a couple pictures, and will certainly get some words from the new champ.
NFC, put your hands together and new featherweight champion, Luis Hernandez. You were just telling me that's the most fun you've had. You're always explosive. You're always exciting when you come into this cage. What was your game plan on this one?
My main plan was just we knew that he was going to come out like that and just jab and angle out, but once he started hitting me, I knew that he couldn't put me out, so I was just like, I'm going to just start having fun with it and throw back with him. So
It was back and forth, especially going into that third round. What did your corner tell you going into that after the second round?
You know, just remain calm. We knew that that was all he had. He didn't have any ground game or anything like that that was going to surprise us, so we just were patient, and then when I saw my shot, I took it and remained calm and listened to my coaches the whole time, so I appreciate that.
One thing one of your training partners said to me is, you've got to understand you do not want Luis on your back. Is that where you're most dangerous?
Yeah, I mean, I got my, that's where I'm most dangerous from, but I want to thank my sponsors, Perimeter Roofing and Triad Mechanical, for all their help and supporting our team. Also want to give glory to God. He's number one. Thank you to all my teammates that helped me train and get ready for this fight. And my old team, thank you, SPG, for everything that you've done for me. I'll never forget that. So thank you, guys.
Well, we've got the replay. I'm not going to let you walk away without seeing this amazingness up here. Walk me through what happened when you sunk that in.
So I knew that I was going to get somewhat of a rear naked choke, but I knew he was going to be fighting it the whole time. My coaches were telling me to squeeze on his stomach, and his chin started to be exposed, so I kept playing with that, squeezing and then squeezing up top, and then finally I got the finish. So it was awesome. I knew that once I got there, it was pretty much game, set, match.
What an amazing performance. NFC, put your hands together and new, representing ATT Team Lima, Luis Hernandez.